In a workshop ringed with old movie posters, Ron Crone brings his favorite stars of yesteryear to life.
I've always been interested in movies and the theater, so consequently the personalities were a natural part of my interest in doing portraits, even to the point of dressing them, making shoes, doing the hair. It was like a surrealistic, almost photorealistic type of sculpture.
Ron does all the work himself, from starting the clay to sequining the costumes. In order to sculpt many of the long-faded Hollywood stars, Ron consults old photographs found in the hundreds of movie books that line his apartment walls.
First of all, I enjoy doing what I do very much, and I like the people I do. I really basically don't do people that I don't like.
Ron stirs up fond memories with dolls like missionary Katharine Hepburn from the film The African Queen, Betty Hutton dressed in pigskin for her 50s role in Annie Gets Your Gun, Gene Kelly singing in the rain, Buster Crabbe as Flash Gordon, and Vivian Leigh elegantly costumed in a dress made of drapes for Gone with the Wind.
Very few doll collectors per se buy my work. In the case of the $150 items, I think that it may be more the personality that sells the work, but in the case of a $1,200 item, I think somebody really appreciates my work and feels it is a unique form of sculpture.
The dolls stand 2 to 3 feet high and take as much as 2 to 4 weeks to complete, all beginning with a clump of clay. Using his fine sculpting talents, Ron creates his clay likeness first, then pours wet plaster into a box and submerges the head halfway. He completes the mold by applying more plaster over the facial contours. After setting, Ron separates the two halves, removes the clay, and presses wood putty into the molds. When the putty dries, he carefully lifts out the two halves of a newly formed face, inserts the eyes, and then glues the halves together. The new head is sanded, has its ears put on, and finally painted. Finished sculptures like this one of Mae West then often take a short trip to a Greenwich Village gallery for display.
Is that another one?
Yes, Mae West. She's done them wrong.
Perfect. I think I have a perfect spot for right next to Vivian Leigh. Let's right at that. Okay.
Like a trip through Hollywood, past and present, here you can see Joan Crawford in her Academy Award-winning role, Marie Chevalier as charming as ever, a young Betty Davis adorned in red for her role in Jezebel, Greta Garbo, Marlene Dietrich in a star-studded gown. And last but not least, Burt Reynolds in one of his most fabulous roles as Cosmopolitan Centerfold. Not bad for a sculpture. Just remember, you asked for it.